Well, a heartbreaking story of addiction and a taut thriller from Denmark premiere on area screens this weekend. Here to give us the scoop, film critics Pam Powell and Chuck Kaplinski. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Thanks for coming today. Thanks for being here.
Wouldn't be anywhere else.
Really?
Well, man.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, okay, so let's start off with Beautiful Boy from a Beautiful Man. Chuck, give us the scoop.
Wow, she must want to borrow money. Here we go. Beautiful Boy. This is the kind of movie that usually comes out this time of year with Oscars and awards situations going on. And then we see Steve Carell and Timothée Chalamet, and I'm pretty confident they're both going to be nominated for Oscars come springtime. Carell plays David Schiff. He's a journalist, and his son is played by Chalamet, is named Nick, and he is in the throes of meth addiction. And this is probably the key scene in the film, the one that broke my heart the most. This is a place where they used to come when he was much younger, and the father's trying to talk the kid into coming home to get help, to try and get him out of this cycle of addiction in which he is trapped. The movie is fascinating, and if you are a parent, you are going to really, really key in on this film, especially if you have teenage kids. Not necessarily if they are dealing with addiction or anything like that, but in dealing with the stubbornness that you have with a teenager, when a teenager is completely convinced that they are right about something and don't want to listen to you, and that is where much of David's frustration comes from. He does everything he's supposed to do. He tries to find the boy help. He researches this. He provides him with solace at home, and nothing is working. And the key to Carell's performance and why he's so effective is that he keys into this frustration, this sense of helplessness that he has. We've seen this story before, of course, but it's still well done here. A couple problems I had with it, though, were the two female characters are pushed to the side. This is based on memoirs written by both the son and the father. So I guess it's no surprise that the mom and stepmother, played by Amy Ryan and Maura Tierney, are not central to the story, but still I wanted more from them as far as their perspective was concerned. And while the film is moving, it didn't deliver the knockout punch I was looking for. I think they go kind of soft on his abuse. This movie is more about the aftermath as opposed to the abuse, and I think if they had been more graphic about this, it would have packed more of a punch. I liked it, didn't love it, recommended, not over the moon about it.
And Pam, you got to interview somebody cool with this movie.
I did. I actually was able to interview the writer and director of this film, and Phoenix Van Groningen, and it is based on two books, and I think it's really difficult when you combine two really thought-provoking and heart-wrenching films from books, that it's difficult to kind of weed it down into the different characters. Yeah. They focused on the father and son story. I thought it was an emotionally heartbreaking, raw, and really harrowing tale of addiction. I was, as I said, able to interview the writer and director, and I agree with most of everything that Chuck is saying. I think I was a little more over the moon about it than you were. But I want to share with you what the director has said. He said, the whole point of Nick and sharing of the books with me, sharing their story, is to create awareness, to talk about it and not hide it, not be ashamed. I hope people find courage and strength in that. And I think it crosses all boundaries. It affects everybody. I have a good friend whose son died from this. So I think, you know, there's 1 degree of separation with this topic. So I highly recommend seeing it. Again, probably Academy Award nominations. Can't imagine that there wouldn't be with this.
We'll have to look forward to those in award season. Got to check that out.
Absolutely.
But now we're going to move to a guilty pleasure, The Guilty. So, Pam?
You will find a lot of pleasure with The Guilty. This is going to be, I think, an under-the-radar kind of movie, and we're really lucky to have this playing in town. I believe it's at the Art Theater this weekend.
For 1 week. Check it out.
For 1 week. It's a one-man show, basically, in one room. It is subtitled. It's a Danish movie, and it's written by Gustav Miller. Don't let the subtitles scare you away. This is a movie that is absolutely entrancing, captivating. You don't even realize that you're reading the subtitles. Asghar is the main character, and it's played by Jacob Cedergren, and he is absolutely spectacular. He's working the desk. He's a police officer. He's been demoted to working the desk and dispatch. We get a little glimpse as to who he is with his first phone call as he passes judgment before he sends help on the way for this person. We're always questioning, why is this called The Guilty? Is he guilty of something? Is there somebody else that's guilty? Where does this title come from? And then we get a phone call from a woman who's been been kidnapped, and he delves into this very deeply as the phone call is disconnected and tries to figure out how he can help this woman. His lines of how far he should interfere are blurred, and it is truly a riveting film. It's an unbelievably succinct dialogue with him talking with people on the other end of the phone. We never see what's happening, yet it paints a very vivid picture as to what really is happening. You never think that you're just staying in this one room the entire time. Great editing, succinct writing, deft direction, and spectacular writing. He carries the film. The entire burden of the success or failure of this film is on his shoulders. And he carries it off musically, too.
Yes, yeah, I was just staying dialed in, just like the film, right? Interesting. So I imagine the budget for this is really low.
I'm guessing it is.
I didn't look it up because I'm sure it is. And then there's a twist. I mean, not only are we riveted by whether they're going to find this woman or not, but then there's a twist that I did not see coming, and it makes complete sense. So, yeah, I really like this movie.
Yeah, it's jaw-dropping, that twist.
It's only 85 minutes, too.
Oh, so it's not too long. It's not a Titanic.
Right. But I mean, that's part of the success, because it really gets you going on the suspense and really just keeps it compact. Really good film.
Yep. Really cool. And subtitles shouldn't scare you anyway. We read every day. And if you guys want to check out Chuck and Pam on social media, they do have a page. Check it out, Real Talk with Chuck and Pam. What's going on?
We have really exciting contests going on. Take a look at our page. Okay. Take a look at the picture of the pie that I made, by the way. And then post your photos of your favorite family get-together during the Thanksgiving holidays. Every post that you put down on this particular post of ours, we will donate items to a food bank in your name. If you are the winner, if we pick your name, if you have posted a picture and we pick your name, you'll get 2 tickets to your local cinema, as well as this donation box in your name to your local food pantry.
Really cool.
Yeah, I think we're up to like 50 some odd items.
Awesome. Well, Pam, nice pie. I'll have to check it out.
Thank you.
Make me one next time. All right, thanks, Chuck and Pam. We'll be right back, guys.